Since we last spoke, I've been doing quite a lot of hours at my new job, as well as the duties of fatherhood. I haven't flown since we were in the UK and I flew with Peter. And for my own logbook, I haven't flown since before we were in the UK, which is nearly, 5.5 months ago. But in the meantime, I've been given a briefing on how to plan a nav route. And even that briefing was a little while ago. So today, I'm going on my first nav route. Today's flight, we're going to go from Bankstown in Sydney, and we're going to go up to Maitland in the Hunter Valley. I'm quite looking forward to this. So for the first time in many, many months, it's time to commit aviation. Bad news. Unfortunately, because I was so underprepared last time, we had to cancel the flight and rebook. So today's the day when I'm supposed to go again. And as you can see, I've done a lot more planning this time. 2 flight computers. Thank you, Jerry. And hopefully today's the day we can make this flight to Maitland and back. Now, as punishment for myself for being so woefully underprepared, I've decided to shave in this ridiculous moustache. And it's also November here, so Movember's a thing. Right, let's go flying. Hopefully. So, I'm still not quite as prepared as I really should be for this flight. And as a result, we are running a little bit late. But I'm new to this. I'm new to the navigation part of flying. I'll get there eventually, and hopefully with each flight will come that improvement in efficiency, and we'll be ready to go bang on time. Here goes nothing.
Bankstown Tower, good day. November Romeo Mike is at Alpha 8 for a crosswind departure, runway 29 right.
November Romeo Mike, Bankstown Tower, good day. Depart crosswind, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Depart crosswind, runway right, clear for takeoff. November Romeo Mike. Okay, DI, ready? 3, 2, 1, now. Feet off the brakes. Five, up we go. Bring that out slightly. 300 foot checks, landing light can go off.
Bankstown Tower,
fuel pump,
Cherokee Zulu, Foxtrot X-ray.
go off, fuel pressure still on the green.
Runway 29 right.
Trying to maintain that
Ready
track.
for upwind departure.
Approach 500 feet, you see Parramatta?
To the right.
Yeah, you can just track slightly to the left of it.
It's on the centre 5,000, no reported ISR traffic.
See, if you track to the right of Parramatta, there's nothing to do with it.
Literally with my answer, totally no traffic.
I probably don't want it because it's a bit clearer of the airspace out to the west.
5,000.
Yeah.
But if you cut the corner, you can easily hit that 700 step. If you go to the right of Parramatta,
Yeah.
we've just passed Parramatta. Your next heading is, you've got 020, so you'll turn to that. Now again, this is all visually flying, so you can bring your heading bug to 020.
So should I be timing this, writing things down, or?
Slow the plane.
Captain 03, there is traffic to your left, so...
Oh, nice A330.
Clear direct to Camden,
Yeah, I
Whiskey
don't
Bravo,
think we'll hit any wake.
and at 6,000. Direct Whiskey Bravo and 6,000.
They'd be at 3,000.
Foxtrot, just confirm that was sector entry and hold as well at Whiskey Bravo. Sector entry and hold.
Yeah, so you got your heading, what was your track towards?
That track was 028.
A little bit off, that's fine. Just fly your heading bug, that's close enough. I'm happy with that. 2400 for the cruise. And I'll do the first CTAF call.
Okay.
We do that when we're about 10 minutes out. I use it roughly. Even though we're just over flying Warnervale, we'll do it either way. We're probably about 9 minutes out. So 9 minutes at 120 knots, which is pretty much what our planned speed is.
Yeah.
How many miles is that?
That'll be like 18.
18 exactly. So I'll do our radio call. That's all good there. Warnervale traffic, Cherokee, November Romeo Mike, 17 miles to the south. Passing 2,800 on climb, 3,000. Over flying, full Maitland, estimated time, overhead time 19, whatever. I'd say 17. Yeah, about 17 made the call to 16 now, so that's pretty good. Just going to keep flying straight. Yeah, you can kind of, just as you fly, you can kind of pick things up. See that big gorge at the mountain?
Over 465 Delta.
Are we supposed to be going to that?
Center 130.41.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the left-hand edge of it.
Which we are if you look at your headings, so that's good. What time are we going to get there?
7, probably about 29.
Okay, write that down somewhere. Good, we just keep flying.
There's a lot.
Yeah. It'll be a matter of just repetition, but also making sure your planning is all done correctly.
And you're right, once I've done this a few more times, it'll become a bit more, muscle memory and second nature, but at the moment, because it's all new, it's like...
So right now we're ahead of the aircraft, we're flying it, got the right frequencies. We're not going to lean the mixture, don't need to. Below 3,000, we don't lean, 3 or at 3 or below. There's no benefit to it. You might save a bit of fuel, but not much. So we need to do a radio call, we're 10 minutes out.
Northwest, Bravo Whiskey.
So what time's that going to be?
Who's it about now?
Okay, so about now.
Mate, the CTAF, Archer November Romeo Mike, approximately 1.5 miles to the south inbound, estimating time overhead at 3.6 Maitland.
That's a pretty good radio call there. Now what you're going to do is, the hardest part of this is trying to find the airport.
Yeah.
Because the airport blends in, it's all built up around it. So what's around Maitland Airport on your map?
Town to the right,
Okay.
a river to the north of it, and a road going out to the west of it. My theory, I'm thinking I've just spotted the airfield as I was pointing over there.
Okay, just turn towards it. I'll let you know if that's it. Yeah, that's it. You can see Maitland, the big town to the right of it.
Yeah.
X-ray joining circuit crosswind.
And Maitland's right next to it.
Yeah.
Which you're correct there. You should be able to see the hangars actually.
Yeah, I can now.
They're really bumpy. This
Now.
Okay, it's just up to your left now.
Yep.
I'd do a slow U-turn. We'll fly our heading back to Brooklyn Bridge when you're ready.
Maitland traffic, November Romeo Mike, overhead at 3,000 and departing to the south. Maitland. I think that's two in together. But
I think accidentally, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to write down the time that we're overhead, Maitland, which was 3.9.
No, I just backtracked the runway.
My estimate
land. We'll have to go
should
around,
be
mate. Sorry.
10 past
No worries.
11 for Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
Come back.
So there's quite a bit of wind here, so fly your heading of 190.
So we're heading pretty much for that lump in the mountain.
Yeah, so if you fly to just fly your heading, what was your planned track?
One track was 184.
Yeah, so it's a little off, that's fine. It's about 5 degrees, 4 degrees, it's not that much. It's not that far off, I'm fine with that. But yeah, that lump in the mountain, what mountain's that called?
What mountain is it?
Yeah, or high point, whatever. I wouldn't call that a mountain, just a big hill.
I don't know.
Maitland traffic, different X-ray, clear runway 23, Maitland.
Be around here somewhere, mate. Mount Warrawalong.
That sounds about right. And now before we get to the Sydney base, and what's important too, just prior to Brooklyn Bridge, get Bankstown ATIS. Just because it's more, if you ever move into IFR, that's a good habit to get into.
Yeah.
But the main reason is to make sure you maintain that heading. The main reason is if the weather's crap in Bankstown or the aerodrome's closed or something's happened in Bankstown, we can either plan to go back to Camden. If it's due to weather, like, well, obviously if Bankstown's bad, Camden's very likely going to be bad too. We can make that decision and do a U-turn and go to Warnervale back to Maitland with enough fuel.
Yeah, okay.
So we don't go all the way down lane of entry, then get the ATIS just prior to Prospect. It's not RPL anymore. And then you're like, oh crap, aerodrome's closed, what do I do? Then you have to do a big U-turn, go back, start running low on fuel, gets harder and harder. So, I'd say that's Gosford over here.
100% it is, because I've just seen the reptile park.
Okay? So what we'll do is, just as a visual cue, while we're around here, let's descend down to 2.5, get ready. It's going to be a bit bumpy, so bring the power to 2000. And I'd also get, once we get a bit closer to Brooklyn Bridge, get that Bankstown ATIS.
Potential mechanical turbulence on short final. Wind 220 degrees, 12 knots. Crosswind maximum 15 knots. Occasional tailwind 3 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 18. QNH 1009er.
You set that up too.
23 on.
So it's just a bit windy down there.
Yeah. Which is
Terminal
not fun.
Foxtrot. Runway 29 right for Robertson.
29 Foxtrot, bit of crosswind. As we get close towards Prospect, then we'll
Get it again.
we'll recheck it hasn't changed. But that there, I'm quite happy with everything, and that's why it's important you stay on centre too. Because if Bankstown was to ever get closed, it's happened a few times. You got the other straight light in front of us. So, looking at your map of VTC, what can we use that's going to tell us that we're clear of Richmond's airspace?
That round corner, South Gerald tanks. Make sure it's to the left of all of that.
Look at the subs. What's that?
Oh, the electrical substation thing.
Okay, where's the power lines?
Can't see them.
Oh,
There's some here.
okay, follow them.
Oh, yeah, just there.
So if we're to the east of the substation, which we are, or to the left of it, quickly.
Cool.
If we go over the substation, we're getting really close. Even if we go slightly right, we're still out of it. But, you know, a mile right of that substation, which is pretty close if you think of it now.
Yeah.
We're in the airspace. Okay, you got Prospect in sight?
Yes. Bankstown Tower, good day. Archer November Romeo Mike. It's Prospect 1500. We have Foxtrot inbound.
November Romeo Mike at age 1 downwind 29 right, maintain 1500.
Maintain 1500, join downwind 29 right. November Romeo Mike.
November Romeo Mike, runway right, clear to land.
Clear land, runway right, November Romeo Mike.
A little bit of right rudder.
Bit sideways, wasn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a right rudder left aileron.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite breezy. Quite turbulent, but for a first go, not bad. Obviously a very high workload, so I've got some work to do. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd really like to create more content for this channel, so if you'd be so kind, please hit the thumbs up button on any video that you like, and also consider subscribing to the channel, as that will help me grow. If you'd like to support financially, you absolutely can. I've created a link which is in the description, and a QR code which you can find right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.